Hi Sharon, this is the tutorial on how to essentially update the class pages. So you'll notice right away that there are a number of new form fields that show just below the normal text editor up here at the top. So what I've been doing is I've been just cutting and pasting from this box down into all where it needs to go down here. So you'll notice that there's a place for the H1 tag, which is the title of the page. And this is separated out like this for search engine optimization. So I've been putting the title of the page here in H1, and sometimes I've been getting the H2 just from the caption on one of the photographs on the page. You can actually put in here anything you want as a sub header. The date time I copy and paste into date time. I usually have to look up the teacher so that I can enter the teacher's name here. And then the cost options, depending upon whether I'm on a credit class or non-credit class, I usually just copy and paste that information down here. And I'm usually putting non-credit with a colon. And then if it's a credited class, it usually tells you how many credits here. You'll see how I've added those. Then if this is offered as a credited class, it's by default selected yes, and then there's a place for a link to the credited class. So what I've been doing is I've just been hovering over your existing links and copying the address and putting it in there. And the same thing with the supply list. I just right click and copy link address and come down here and paste that. And because we're now, anything in this box, the old box, won't show on the page. So as I copy and paste into the new fields, I can be getting rid of these. And then, so all those are separate fields. The description, however, I can get rid of that. I added that already. The description I will remove and put here in the new class description box. Then whatever I have left over, class policies is going to not be needed at all because it's hard-coded into the template. There is a place for syllabus down at the bottom of the page here, but I don't have it programmed yet. So what I'd like you to do is just include the link to the syllabus in the description, and then I'll get around to uploading it and programming it. Darn it. Trying to get it to stick with there we go. Alright, so then once it's there, you can delete that. And I want to make sure down the page that this is set to default. So it just says select a template. None of these templates are going to be necessary anymore, so you just leave it at select a template. There will be occasion where it'll be set to this old template, standard event template. We're not using that anymore. So what you want to do is, if that's the case, you just go up here and make sure it says select template and just leave that alone. Let's see what else. At this point, so I created header images for all the classes, and I can send you, or what I think would be, well, I can send you the ones that I've created, so that you'll have them so you can download them onto the page. I'll also send you a dummy one that you can load up here, and then I can come back and put the proper one in after I've built it. Let's see, the industrial machine sewing. Let's see if I've got one for this class yet. Oh yeah, I do. There it is. Okay. Once that's loaded, I update the file. And then I always like to see what it's looking like on the front end to make sure I did everything right. So I'm waiting for it to save. And then I will open that in a new tab up here in my browser window, and then I can proof my work. I'll go ahead and try to track down the professor or the teacher for this class. And I'm missing an S, I'll add the S. But then you get to see sort of like, okay, well, do I want to add additional notes? Some of these classes have not tutorials, but testimonials. I've been dropping them in here. I think what I'd like to do is actually have a testimonial format programmed, but for now I've just been dropping them into additional notes. And that's it. So you just want to end up with a page that doesn't have any content in this window, where all the content has been kept previously, and it's separated out into these into these different form fields here. And then when you're doing a credited class, you can just select no, and that field disappears. And that's it. And then you're ready to update. This is working, so this is something that you'll be able to use in the new classes that you create if you're duplicating, it's keeping you from having to duplicate the class. And Eric shows in his little, his video that you can turn this on and off. So after we're done adding all the classes for a term, we can go in and turn it off. Somewhere in here is the list. Remove registrants. So that disappears if we want to. All right, well, that's it.